Naked and afraid? Well, for 5 Western tourists, they've been detained. Maybe they should be afraid. They've been banned from leaving Malaysia. Now, they've been accused of disrespecting the spirits after stripping butt naked at the peak of Mount Kinabalu, and they posted a selfie on social media. Now, local officials are accusing the nudist of causing the earthquake that killed 16 people. Malaysian police have identified 5 of the participants in this naked stunt, leaving 5 behind, of course. 5 got away. One of these is German, 2 Dutch, 2 Canadian, and the nudist that they've captured, they remain in custody with this. They violated really strict laws in Malaysia. One of these laws, Jackie, that they violated, they've been accused of gross indecency. They face caning, imprisonment, fines. I don't know what they were thinking with this Muslim country. Their laws are different than we would have in a non-Muslim state, different decency laws especially.
Yeah, I mean, people have to be really careful when you travel. You can't, just because you operate one way at home doesn't mean you can operate another in a foreign country. You have to be respectful of the laws and wishes of that land, and if you're not, you do have to face the repercussions, but these are particularly harsh. You hear caning, that is so serious, and ultimately, obviously, although fortunately neither of us have experienced it, incredibly painful, incredibly violent punishment that they're going to have to face. And in fact, two of the people who have been captured, the Canadians, they are being, for what it's worth, they are being provided consular services, but to a certain degree, there's only so much the Canadian government's going to be able to do to help them.
Right. I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. Even kissing in a taxi is off limits in Malaysia, much less stripping butt naked and posting it online. The indigenous people that live in this area, they were concerned with, it's a sacred mountain, and They think that the spirits of dead people go to this mountain, that this naked selfie group has pissed off these people, which is why the mountain has erupted. Right. So they're being linked to the deaths of 16 people. You've got this group, this group of people that thinks that because of this naked selfie, they're responsible, which also insult to injury. I mean, I hope they don't get caned, but you can understand their frustration.
Sure, absolutely you can. I think, from maybe I shouldn't say I will say from my perspective, I recognize, what this is. I personally don't connect, the sort of the scientific earthquake with, a nude selfie, but this isn't the first time that people have connected sort of human behavior with sort of a dramatic environmental effect. Flooding has been, blamed for blasphemy and myriad other things. So this is not so far-fetched in terms of what is being said, although in my opinion, I don't see the correlation. There's a local tribe, they're going to be doing an appeasement ceremony to console the spirits, to sort of make up for it, and the hope is obviously that stems off any other earthquake, if in fact they're related, although again, I think, from a scientific perspective, we understand that that's not what went down. It is a shame, though, that these people are going to really pay a price.
It's horrible, and it's tragic all the way around. I feel for the victims that, lost family members in the earthquake, as well as for tourists just wanting to have fun. Word to the wise, keep your clothes on. Jackie, my last 2 vacations, I saw a naked tourist. It even offended me, so I can understand maybe culturally, they're a lot stricter. Well, we'd love to know what you think about the possible punishment that these people are going to receive. Be sure, log on, post your comments below. While you're at it, subscribe to the Lip TV 2.